Well, the manhunt for Khan Chacha owner Navneet Kalra continues as Delhi cops raided multiple locations to trace the key player in the oxygen hoarding racket case. Arvind Oja and Munish Pandey get us this report.
A posh market, a high society criminal. A deal involving an essential commodity during a raging pandemic. And a game of hide and seek with cops. This is the story of Navneet Kalra, and the hunt for him seems nothing less than a crime web series. Hours before Delhi Crime Branch raided Kalra's Chhatarpur farmhouse, the high-end oxygen concentrator black marketer fled the place with his family. His guard says the owner of Khan Chacha food chain was hiding in his luxurious farmhouse.
छतरपुर के गदईपुर इलाके में ये जो कालरा का आलीशान फार्म हाउस है, यहाँ पर दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम आई थी, लेकिन उसके पहले ही जब रेड की जानकारी मिली थी तभी नवनीत कालरा इस फार्म हाउस से अपनी 2 लग्जरी कार के साथ बैठकर परिवार समेत फरार हो गया था। यहाँ तक कि ड्राइवर को भी नहीं लेकर गया था। तो कब निकले थे वो लोग यहाँ से?
वो रात में निकले, मेरी तो दिन ड्यूटी थी, रात में निकले हैं।
कितने बजे?
वही 8:30 पौने 9 के आसपास होगा।
तो ड्राइवर को लेकर नहीं गए?
नहीं जी।
गाड़ियों से निकले हैं?
हाँ जी।
कौन कौन निकला?
फैमिली निकली इनकी पूरी, दोनों गाड़ियों में।
और नवनीत कालरा भी थे उसमें?
हाँ, फैमिली वही है।
फैमिली पूरी।
हाँ जी।
After conducting multiple raids in Khan Market, Delhi police nabbed 4 accused, but the key player continues to dodge the cops. The police had recovered close to 100 oxygen concentrators from Khan Chacha restaurant in Khan Market during raids on Thursday and Friday. The Delhi High Court is scheduled to hear oxygen hoarding case on Monday as the manhunt for Kalra continues.
The Delhi police has conducted multiple raids at several premises, including the farmhouse of Navneet Kalra, who is still absconding. A team of Delhi police has also been tasked to prepare a list of possible witnesses who might have bought oxygen concentrators at a very high price from Navneet Kalra. Munish Pandey in Delhi for India Today.
Delhi Police Crime Branch has initiated probe in the oxygen racket case. One of the teams has been deployed to nab Khan Chacha owner Navneet Kalra. His business partner Gagan Duggal is also under scanner. The alleged black marketing of the life-saving equipment has also triggered widespread outrage, with many now calling for boycott of restaurants owned by Kalra. Here's a complete report.
At a time when Delhi is grappling for oxygen to fight this deadly virus that's ravaged India, here are multi-millionaires Navneet Kalra and Gagan Duggal, who have been illegally hoarding large quantities of oxygen concentrators and cylinders. This inhuman act was exposed by the Delhi police following a tip-off. Cops found 524 oxygen concentrators at Navneet's upscale restaurants and many more at Gagan Duggal's farmhouse. 419 oxygen concentrators found at Nege and Jew Bar and restaurant at Lodi Colony. 96 oxygen concentrators found at Khan Chacha restaurant in Khan Market. 9 oxygen concentrators were found at Town Hall Bar and restaurant in Khan Market. 387 oxygen concentrators found from Duggal's Khullar farmhouse at Mandi village. These concentrators were sold for a whopping 70,000 apiece, while police claim they were bought at 20,000 or even less. Navneet Kalra donned the hat of a philanthropist and, in the guise of charity, black marketed the essential commodity. Gagan Duggal, who is said to be the mastermind, allegedly imported close to 7,000 oxygen concentrators from China and sold them on online portals for premium price. Navneet Kalra and Gagan Duggal, who are friends and partners in business, are currently exhausting all powers to prove not guilty. While Navneet Kalra is on the run since May the 6th and simultaneously pushing for bail, Gagan Duggal is cooling off in London and has appealed to the Delhi High Court to get back his stock, calling this probe ill-conceived and erroneous. The allegations are grave: hoarding essential commodity during pandemic, selling medical equipment from restaurants with food house license, no proper bill, no GST, and using their celebrity status to spread the word. Police have invoked sections of Cheating Essential Commodities Act and Epidemic Diseases Act against the accused. Delhi's society is angry and concerned. Navneet Duggal was a well-known page 3 personality with a great network, often hobnobbing with celebrities and cricketers.
This is a serious case. The man is on the run, he's absconding, and he has hoarded oxygen concentrators, sold it for a much higher price. No license, no bills. This is illegal. And
then he must be punished. He must be punished. There is no two ways about it. Whether I know him personally, socially, friend, no friend, but anyone who does it and is convicted and is proven has to pay for it and has to be punished. There are no two ways about it.
Navneet Kalra's business partners, who co-own the restaurants from where these oxygen concentrators were seized, have feigned ignorance. Co-owners Randeep Bajaj and Navneet Randhawa put out social media stories claiming they had no clue about the oxygen concentrators found at their restaurants. The Khan Market circles are outraged, many calling for boycott of Navneet Kalra's restaurants on social media. As Delhi gasped for breath, this case has left us all to introspect. With Munish Pandey and Nabila Jamal, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, the centre is facing a dual attack from West Bengal and Delhi Chief Ministers over handling of the pandemic. Arvind Kejriwal has written a letter to the Union Health Minister claiming that there is shortage of vaccine doses in Delhi. He's further gone on to state that the state is planning to inoculate all people above the age of 18 over the next 3 months, but for which 3 crore jabs are required. However, Delhi has received only 50 lakh doses so far. While Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has also hit out at the centre for exporting the jabs while India is reeling under rising cases. Meanwhile, a war of words has erupted between Mamata Banerjee and Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman after she wrote a letter to the Prime Minister. Mamata Banerjee was seeking removal of duty from medical equipment and drugs needed to treat COVID, to which Sitharaman shot a series of tweets saying that there's already a leverage given for medical gear and COVID drugs.
मार्च से लेके जब से कोरोना की दूसरी वेव पूरे देश में आई है, मार्च से लेके और अब तक पूरे देश में, हमारे देश में 1 लाख मृत्यु हो चुकी है। 1 लाख लोग कोरोना का शिकार हो चुके हैं और हम 6.5 करोड़ अपने देश की बनाई हुई वैक्सीन जो इन लोगों को लग सकती थी, इनमें से कई लोगों की जान बच सकती थी, हम इस वैक्सीन को विदेशों में भेज रहे हैं। 93 देशों को हम एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। किस लिए? सिर्फ इसलिए कि केंद्र सरकार की इमेज बन सके।
Well, as the COVID monster surge grips India, states resort to imposing more stringent curbs. Both Delhi and UP have extended their lockdowns till the 17th of May. Meanwhile, the Indian Medical Association has hit out at the central government for not imposing a nationwide lockdown to give some breather to the medical staff.
The raging pandemic has forced states to extend their lockdowns. Owing to the crumbling medical infrastructure, Delhi government has decided to impose stricter curbs for another week.
अभी ढिलाई नहीं दी जा सकती, अभी समय नहीं आया है ढिलाई देने का। तो सबका ये मानना है कि अभी लॉकडाउन को और एक्सटेंड करने की ज़रूरत है। जान है तो जहान है। अगर ज़िंदगी बचेगी तो बाद में और बहुत कुछ कर लेंगे ज़िंदगी में।
The Kejriwal government has imposed stricter curbs this time around. Now metros will not run in this phase of lockdown, and marriage ceremonies will be allowed only at home with 20 guests. The state resorted to extending the curbs till May 17th as Delhi witnessed a sharp fall in cases after lockdown was imposed on April 26th. Neighbouring Uttar Pradesh too resorted to extending its curfew till May 17th. Amid rising cases, UP CM Yogi Adityanath reviewed the DRDO's COVID facility.
हर एक स्तर पर संसाधन बढ़ाने के प्रयास हो रहे हैं। सरकार, समाज, सभी लोग मिलकर के जब प्रयास करेंगे तो उसके सार्थक परिणाम आएंगे।
While the states are now resorting to extending lockdown, Indian Medical Association has slammed centre's lethargic approach, calling for a nationwide lockdown to replenish the healthcare system. Better safe than sorry is the mantra that state governments are now following. But is it too little, too late? Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, as COVID-19 spreads, it spikes in rural parts of India. Just 100 kilometers away from Mumbai city, tribal areas of Palghar face a double whammy. On one hand, lack of awareness campaign, and on the other hand, lack of COVID measures have compounded the crisis there. Pankaj Upadhyay with this strong report.
Just over 100 kilometers away from Mumbai lies this quaint town of Palghar. But all is not well here. The sole government COVID facility in the area is maxed out. This is 58-year-old Kusum. Due to unavailability of beds, hospitals had to give her oxygen on the bench.
तो आर्टिकल से वही देख रहे हो, लेकिन अभी जो मिलेगा वो बोले कि 10-15 मिनट में आपको बेड मिल जाएगा। घबराहट तो होगी ना सर, आपके माँ है तो घबराहट तो होगी ना। ऑक्सीजन भेटना, ऑक्सीजन ते देता है, आपल्याकडे बेड बोलते हैं ऑक्सीजन बेड म्हणजे तेच ऑक्सीजन बेड देता नाही तसा नाही, तुम्हाला ऑक्सीजन का घेऊन का रस्त्यावर बसायचं आहे का?
After a lot of pleading, Kusum's family managed to get an oxygen bed.
क्या बोल रहे हो मैडम?
If I try and go inside, I will see that there are many relatives of the patients who are waiting under the tree, sitting in a cot, waiting for their turn. But what is also frightening is the fact that these people have not been tested. They have come to the hospital with a COVID patient. What if they too are COVID positive? Is there a contact tracing that is being done? As far as the hospital administration here is concerned, they are not saying much on this very issue.
This is the ground reality of health infrastructure in the tribal areas in Palghar.
पालघर जिले की शासकीय प्रशासकीय यंत्रणा है ये पूरी कोलैप्स हो चुकी है। प्राइवेट अस्पताल में इस पालघर जिले का आदिवासी समाज जा सकता है क्या? उनके पास इतना 1.5 लाख 2 लाख 5 लाख भरने के लिए पैसा है क्या? मेरा खुद का अनुभव है, मुझे एक एम्बुलेंस से ऑक्सीजन का बाटला निकाल के उस पेशेंट को घर पे ऑक्सीजन लगाना पड़ा, तो 4 घंटे बाद उसको अस्पताल में लिया। ये करने के लिए 7 दिन लगे।
Many people in the rural areas are dying and still they are not getting any help. Now, India Today will be visiting some of the rural areas in Palghar, and we will also be visiting some of the tribal families to give you an understanding of what exactly is the ground situation and why does people like Santosh say that they are not in any position to help these tribal people because the administration, as they allege, has turned a complete blind eye towards their needs and demands.
Like Kusum, many are finding it hard to get beds. Chaya managed to get a bed for her cousin only after 5 days.
त्याला इथे आणलेला बाटला लावला, पण आम्हाला कोणाची मदत नाही भेटली.
प्रशासनाकडून तुम्हाला मदत
नाही भेटली.
Everywhere you turn, it's the same dismal scenario.
अपने घर में एक आध मरीज निकला तो अपन क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या नहीं, ऐसा मैं अकेला सोच रहा था कि मैं क्या करूं। अभी अकेला हूं मैं, औरत और मैं सोच रहे थे, हम दोनों जन रात में सोते नहीं थे और खाना भी नहीं जाता था। बहुत खराब कंडीशन हमारा उस टाइम था।
The youth blame the politicians for the sorry state of affairs.
हमारे गांव में एक भी बार किसी ने हमारे को बताया नहीं, मास्क पहनो, सैनिटाइजर का उपयोग करो, किसी ने अभी तक बताया नहीं।
ये इधर कोविड पॉजिटिव का जो पेशेंट है ना, तो ग्राम पंचायत से लोग भी नहीं आए कि इधर जाके फवारनी करे औषध विषध का, ऐसा कुछ हुआ भी नहीं।
What's worse is the fact that vaccine awareness in the area is negligible.
मनु जी, आपने वैक्सीन लिया?
नहीं।
अभी आपको लगता है वैक्सीन लेना जरूरी है आपको?
ऐसा तो नहीं लगता है हमको जरूरी है लेने का।
हम लोग ऐसे काम करते, लेकिन वजन उठाते, धूप में काम करते हैं। हाँ, हम लोग
वैक्सीन नहीं चाहिए आपको?
जब जरूरत पड़ेगी जब ही लेंगे, हम लोग ऐसे नहीं लेंगे।
In a nearby village, there is even more vaccine hesitancy.
मेरे पड़ोस के आदमी को बताया कि तुम डोज लो, लेकिन वो डोज लेने से डरते। मैंने उनको बोला मैंने दो डोज लिया, मेरे को कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। बीपी का प्रॉब्लम था तभी मैंने 2 डोज लिया, तभी कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है मेरे पास।
ट्राइबल एरियाज में बहुत सारे मिसकंसेप्शंस है, रूमर्स है। हमने सब फैमिलीज का सर्वे किया, उसमें फीवर क्लिनिक्स एक्टिवेट किए, फिर भी आज भी सुपरस्टिशंस है।
With Pankaj Upadhyay in Palghar, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, after hectic parleys with the BJP top brass in Delhi, it's clear now that Himanta Biswa Sarma is going to be the next Chief Minister of Assam. Sarma, along with other NDA leaders, met Assam's governor to stake claim to form the government. Here's more.
The week-long suspense has come to an end, and it's official now. Himanta Biswa Sarma will be the next Chief Minister of Assam, replacing incumbent Sarbananda Sonowal for the top post. Sharma, along with NDA leaders, met Governor Jagdish Mukhi at his residence in Guwahati to stake claim to form government. He will take the oath of Chief Minister on Monday. This came after Sharma was unanimously elected as the leader of the BJP Legislative Party in the state. Before meeting the governor, both Sharma and Sonowal were seen travelling in the same car to the Legislative Assembly. Similar optics were seen in the national capital when both had a slew of meetings with BJP top brass. Sharma, who switched to BJP from Congress 6 years ago, has been credited as the architect who brought the Northeast states within BJP's grasp.
One of the most prominent political leaders from the Northeast in Bharatiya Janata Party space there, Himanta Biswa Sarma, will succeed Sarbananda Sonowal as the next Chief Minister of Assam. Today he was chosen as the leader of Bharatiya Janata Party's legislative party in the state and is all set to take oath as the next Chief Minister of Assam at 12 p.m. on Monday. With camera person Shakil Ahmed in the national capital, I'm Tanushree Pandey for India Today.
What then are going to be the top challenges of the new Chief Minister, Himanta Biswa Sarma? Let's take you through that. First and foremost, the pandemic, the coronavirus crisis in the state of Assam, like in many parts of the country, is going to be his biggest challenge right now. Apart from that, a sulking former Chief Minister, Sarbananda Sonowal, and also the cadre. That's going to be a bit of a problem as far as Himanta Biswa Sarma is concerned. The tribals there possibly will be angry with the exit of Sarbananda Sonowal. That's also something that he'll have to deal with. Wages promised to the tea garden workers. Again, a major area of concern, and this is something that he has to handle. Tackling the unrest related to the Citizenship Amendment Act. That again is something that Sarma will have to be dealing with. And then also chalking out NRC's next step. Remember, that is the National Register of Citizen, and that is something that he has to be dealing with as well.